All you.
All right, awesome. Comrades, you are called to order. Please all rise for the opening ceremony.
Yeah, we did.
It's right there.
No, it's
Oh.
right there.
Oh, it's right there. That explains why that was rolled up.
Oh,
Missed it?
it's like there were so many. My bad. All right.
She's right-handed.
Yeah. Attention, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready? Two. All right. Comrade will be now led in prayer by our chaplain. Currently, that's
Currently, we don't have a chaplain, but Reverend Hoffman, would you mind opening it up?
please.
Let us pray together. The psalmist declared, "This is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it." Almighty God, accept our thanks for giving us this beautiful day in order to enjoy all of your blessings. We ask that you would guide and direct our chapter, its officers, and our discussions as we meet today. Grant that each of us may feel a sense of responsibility in fulfilling the promises made to our service-connected disabled veterans and their families. May you bless our meeting today and grant us wisdom for the decisions to be made. To this end we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please have a seat. All right, I now declare this meeting open for transition of such business as may rightfully come before us. So please, Comrade Adjutant, will you call the roll of officers, please?
Absolutely. And our microphone is here. And remember, we're recording everything with audio. So if you make a motion, make sure you identify who you are before you make the motion so we can pick it up. Roll call of officers. Commander Shamala Capizzi.
Here.
Senior Vice Commander Anna Lutz.
Here.
First Junior Vice Commander Bob Whaley. Look at that, right in the back door, right when we called his name.
That was amazing.
That's timing.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Second Junior Vice Commander Joe LaHaye. Treasurer Kathleen Schultz.
Here.
Immediate Past Commander Shane Lehrman. Present. Adjutant Shane Lehrman. Present. Department Executive Committee Member Shamala Capizzi.
Here.
Alternate DEC Anna Lutz.
Here.
Officer of the Day Jim Anders. Sergeant at Arms Gary Salpini. Here. Judge Advocate Erwin Schultz, excused. VPTL Shane Lehrman. Assistant Adjutant Matt John.
Online.
Awesome.
Everybody is accounted for, Comrade Commander. We have a quorum for today's meeting.
Amazing. I love it. Perfect.
Oh,
All right.
Gary, where's the?
Oh yeah, we have to do roll call.
That's everybody go Bob.
Okay, so
I'll put Bob in here.
okay.
So we're going to go ahead and identify all the members in the meeting in the room as well as those online. So the meetings in the room this morning have signed in: Shane Lehrman, Gary Salpini, Joe LaHaye. First time attending, Aurora Abelos. No, I got it right. Look at that. Amanda Alvarez, G.A. Redding, Jerry Christian from Nebraska, land of corn. Good morning. Jim Anders,
Here.
B from the auxiliary.
Here.
Kathy Schultz,
I'm here.
John Berger.
Here.
Somebody wrote their name that I can't read. Oh, Anna Lutz. Well, it was easy to just kind of, look around the room. Who hasn't met? And Bob Whaley. And then online this morning with us, give me just a tick. Online with us this morning, we have David Myers, Matt John, King Marandino, and Reverend John Hoffman. If I missed you, please identify yourself. All right. That's everybody online and in the room this morning, Comrade Commander.
Thank you so much, Comrade Adjutant. So thank you for everyone for coming out on this beautiful, windy Saturday. Can you please read, Comrade Adjutant, the minutes of the last meeting, please?
The September 16th meeting was recorded via audio only. It has been posted to our chapter website, and a link was sent out this morning in the meeting reminder. I move that we accept the meeting minutes as recorded and posted.
Second by Gary.
Do I have any questions? Sorry. Any ayes? Sorry.
All those in favor,
Favor,
aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
All right.
There you have it.
The eyes above the nose. Yay.
Eyes above. That joke never gets old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. All right. So we'll now hear the treasurer report.
Tracy. Okay. This is the treasurer's report for the period of September 1st to September 30th, which I will change that from the date. Our beginning balance was $11,978.75. We had one check we wrote, check 4816. It was to Anna Lutz for reimbursement for attendance at the National Convention, $1,590.18, leaving us with a balance of $10,388.57. And this is the first page of the bank statement. There's the check that came in. And this is the balanced bank statement. The statement says $10,413.50. We have an outstanding check of $25, leaving us with $10,388.50. I make a motion that you accept my report as read, subject to audit.
Awesome. Second from Bob Whaley. Do we have a discussion? No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it. All right. Communication.
Give me a second. Sounds like we got something going on online. All right. Sorry, just heard a noise online. Wanted to make sure we weren't having an issue of some sort. All right, so we did get some communications. We recently received the new official DAV 23-24 planner. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, get excited. Yeah, there it is. And by the way, it's paper. I don't use paper. So anybody who wants it, you can have it. I'll leave it laying up here. Also, the brand new DAV catalog was sent along with it. So if you don't go online to davstore.org, you can look on here and see if there's anything that you want to purchase. So I'll leave those right up front.
Yay.
Yay! Wow, we got a peppy crowd this morning. And then we also received an email this morning from DAV Department of Virginia, Commander Will King. He asked that I read this to everybody this morning for the meeting. So here we go. Dear Chapter 10, good morning, and I am writing to congratulate your entire membership for receiving the Pat M. White Award for Community Service by a Chapter. This particular award is one of the least sought after but most important awards in the Department of Virginia DAV. Community service represents a chapter that is willing to go the extra mile and engage its neighbors. It means that you lead by example, such as cleaning the American Veterans Disabled for Life Memorial and organizing the items for the homeless veteran stand down. More importantly, what it means is that your chapter understands that you cannot work solely inside and expect to have continued growth. Our department will learn from your example and adapt similar programs in the area. Be proud of your accomplishments. Future-proofing is not a fad term. By the way, I'd never heard of that term until he sent me the email this morning. Future-proofing, I've never heard that before. Anybody? No? All right, so I'm not the only one. Future-proofing is just not a fad term. I don't think it's much of a fad. It's how we are going to survive the next 25 plus years as an organization. Community engagement is a large part of future-proofing. Congratulations again, Chapter 10. Respectfully submitted, Will King, Commander, DAV, Department of Virginia. So if you remember at the last meeting, we talked about putting in a nomination for this award. We did. It was 2 pages long, even though they told me it could only be 1 page. We made it 2 because I don't know how you talk about all of the greatness we do in a page. That's just not possible. So that award is up here if you want to come and take a gander. I was fortunate enough to be there as the guest speaker for the joint opening session Saturday morning. Ms. Capizzi was there as our representative, and then Matt John, who is our assistant adjutant, he was down there as a national guest. So we had 3 of us there for the photos. Turned out nice. It just looked funny because Will King's not much taller than Shamala, and they had those 2 in front of me and Matt. And Matt's like another 6 inches taller than me. So
Yeah,
it looked like they were both standing in a hole.
I literally, yes, I did. It was like the Twin Towers, surrounded by Twin Towers.
So that completes our communications and correspondence, Comrade Commander.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for to the department commander for those kind words. Do we have any distress from the chaplain report?
Are there any reports of sickness and distress within our membership?
In the past, since our last meeting, I have not had any contact with the others except for Jim, and I believe he's there, but
He is.
he can represent himself. But I haven't ever get into contact with Irwin, and Kathy is there, so maybe she can give a report. But my situation has grown a bit worse. I have more off time than on time with my medications. I have taken and completed and successfully passed a 4-hour cognitive exam, which allows me to have deep brain stimulation surgery if I so choose to do so. I've got up to 1 year to make a decision on that. So appreciate prayer for making a wise decision and getting more information.
Well, thank you, John. By the way, Jim is here, and he wanted to let you know he's even awake.
That's great. That's great. By the way, today is my 56th wedding anniversary.
Yay!
Oh. Congratulations,
So here
John.
I am with DAV.
I know this is going to be hard to believe, but there's a few people in the room and online that aren't even 56 years old. So your marriage has been longer than many of us have been here. That's awesome.
I can believe that. Yeah.
True story.
All right. Let me see what
I'm probably one of the oldest members at 79.
I'm not going to automatically assume anybody in the room's 80. So yes, John, you're the oldest one with us this morning.
This morning, yes.
John, 79. Oh, Jim's got you beat, John. He's 81.
81 young.
81 young. There it is.
Yep.
All right. Congratulations, Jim.
This big was 29.
Oh,
You can be the old man.
thank you, John.
All right. So let's now the report committees.
We'll jump to the Women Veterans Report, and this is all you, Commander Campisi.
So the women veterans, they'll from October 31st to November 2nd, the VA will be holding a national women's virtual event. It's a national event. My office, but me particularly, will be participating from the 31st to the 2nd. And they started this, I want to say pre-COVID or right during COVID, where a woman veteran will be able to book an appointment, which is all accessible online. I think they have 300 slots. And this is supposed to assist with an overall assistance for VA benefits, to update them on their VA benefits. If it's, and all the agencies within the VA will be participating to answer any of their questions. And then also two VSOs, which is DAV, myself, and I want to say VFW will be participating. So if there's any women veterans that want to learn additional benefits that they might be missing out, I suggest to sign up for it. If you have wanting to also, file a claim, and you are represented by DAV, they'll also patch you over to me to assist you with that. But all the information, including to sign up for the event, is on va.gov.
And we'll provide a link for this we'll do the after action report tomorrow, and I'll put a link for that so anybody who's interested to learn more, sign up. We'll have that out tomorrow at some point. You gotta recognize her.
Yes, Miss Amanda. 9:00 Eastern time. I want to say 4:00 Eastern time. Yeah.
And we'll provide all that information in the after action report so everybody knows exactly what's going on. So that brings us to the service officers report, and that
It is interactive. Yes. Interactive. Yes, miss.
thank you, Chris. So for the service officer report, the VA COLA for 2024 will be 3.2%. What does that mean? That means effective December 1st, your compensation payments will be increased by 3.2%. Okay? Even I can figure that out, and I'm a Marine from Nebraska. So, however, even though it's effective December 1st, you won't see it until your January 1st payment, because they basically pay a year back, or a month back, not a year back, sorry. So you won't see that 3.2% increase until your January check. Now, I know January 1st is a holiday, so it might be December 31st, but somewhere in there is when you're going to see that 3.2% increase for the next year. Legislative updates real quick. If you're not a member of DAV's Commanders Action Network or davcan.org, please sign up. We send out tons of legislative information for you to be a part of, to learn what pressing legislation is out there. And click, boom, you can send it to your members of Congress very, very easy and quickly. So far this year, our members have sent over 650,000 emails to Congress. So that's pretty impressive what we've been able to do this year. This is the part where I was going to tell you about hearings last week and hearings next week, but I can't. Why? Status of the Hill. For those of you who don't know, I'm DAV's Deputy Legislative Director at our headquarters in DC. And the House Veterans Affairs Committee postponed all hearings last Thursday. And Marquis Bearfield from our team was going to testify in 14 bills on education and employment. However, that was all postponed. I was scheduled to testify on Tuesday at 10:30 this upcoming week. That hearing has been postponed. Everything's been canceled or postponed. Why? Apparently, the House cannot determine if they want to have a speaker or not. Now, they're taking up time to do that. That's why they're postponing and canceling the hearings. The hearing still can proceed without a speaker of the House. It's just they're trying to slate all that time to determine a speaker of the House. We're not certain when they're going to return to regular order. I don't know when that's going to happen. But I think the very real thing for everybody to know is we have less than 30 days before a government shutdown on November 18th. So if nothing's done by the end of November 17th, there'll be a shutdown on November 18th. So the reason I bring it up is it's a real possibility. If they can't even elect a speaker, they can't negotiate or pass any legislation to prevent the government shutdown. Now, what you need to remember, if you're a veteran during the government shutdown, your VA disability payments, DIC payments, education payments, housing payments, none of that will be impacted. We got advanced appropriations a few years ago, so that paid for a year in advance, essentially. So you will not be affected by your compensation if there's a shutdown. 2, VA medical centers will continue to operate and provide service, direct services they do right now. So that will not be impacted. Again, we got advanced appropriations passed many years ago to fund the VA hospital at a year in advance in case there is something just like this. Now there are, the national cemeteries will continue burials. The Board of Veterans Appeals will continue making decisions. And there's something else I think
Yes, claims. Mhm.
well, whatever. I question. I question that whether that's going to happen or not. So VA will be making decisions on your claims. However, there are 2 things you need to be made aware of. 1, they will pause all outreach to veterans. 2, they will not probably allow you to go to a VA regional office to see anybody because those offices will probably be shut down. As far as we know, the call centers will still be working, as far as we know. But the most important thing to take away is if there is a government shutdown, you can still get treatment and still get paid. Those are really the big things.
Yeah, we'll still be submitting claims.
Yes. So please call Amanda directly at 1-800, I got nothing else to do. You're welcome. So I'm not saying there is going to be a government shutdown, but there almost was, right? A few weeks ago. And we're going to be in that same boat soon. And it's just, I spend a lot of time on the Hill and it's chaotic up there right now. So I'm not sure when any of this is going to be resolved. Well, that varies. That really varies. And the person who decides what they do is the Speaker of the House, which they currently don't have one. But generally, they take a week off in October. That's already come and gone because they didn't take a week off because they don't have a speaker and they were trying to get one. That didn't work. In November, they're generally going to be only in like 2 weeks. They're going to be in like the first week of November. They're generally off that entire week of Veterans Day. They'll be back another week, maybe, and then they'll be off for the holidays. December, you're lucky if they're going to be in session the first 2 weeks of December. So, to your point, there are not a whole lot of legislative days left in this year, maybe a total of 4 weeks after October. So November, December, we're looking at maybe 4 weeks of actual in session time. So yeah, that's where we are.
I have the document that we send out to contractors about the contingency plans for the VA. These are the things shut.
I just want to talk about the things that were open. So veterans and
Well, I
breakout.
got that too.
You can email it to me if you would like. I think John has a question.
Yes, John. Back. That's a good question. Can't-
Well, you could. I mean, you can email them, but I had meetings with them this last week and attempted to, and they canceled and postponed everything. So, calling them, emailing them is helpful. It is. It's not harmful. It's just I don't know what kind of impact that's really going to have, because it's not one member of Congress making that decision about stop screwing around and get something accomplished. So there's where we stand. That concludes the reports, Comrade Commander.
Awesome. So unfinished business.
So we jump into unfinished business. I turn it over to you, Commander, for a brief on the DAV Department of Virginia Fall Conference that you attended.
Thank you. So I'm just going to keep it brief. So like was mentioned, we did win the outstanding community, but we also won also award for the highest chapter percentage of new members under goal. So if anybody wants to take a look at this, we also won this. We didn't hit goal, however, we are one of the largest chapters. And so recruitment or membership is hard to obtain, but we missed it by seven. But however, we got still recognized by department, which was really nice.
We recruited over 240 members for this chapter. Still didn't make goal
Yeah.
because our goal was like 250 or 260 or whatever
Yeah.
it was. We missed it by 7. So even though we didn't hit goal, to which people at department go, oh, chapter 10 didn't hit goal again this year. Yeah, but we recruited 250 people. I mean, come on.
But yeah, compared to other chapters and
Who have a goal of 3 and they're walking around bragging, yeah, we hit goal. Well, there's 3 people. Hey.
So it was nice for the first time to be actually recognized that we were close to goal, and however we didn't make it, but just to be known that we are still continue to get close to meeting goal. So again, thank you to the body and to the members for helping with memberships. I truly appreciate that, because normally the times we've got dogged out pretty bad for not meeting goals. So it was nice, and it was a surprise. I had no impact. We didn't have no impact, no idea we were going to get that. So thank you again to you guys to make that possible.
We were probably more surprised than anybody else in the room when they said chapter 10 is getting a membership award. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think your numbers add up right.
Yeah. I think there was a picture of me going like, what? And everybody started laughing at me. So, but thank you again. So I truly appreciate every one of you for assisting us to not hitting goal, but still getting 250 members. That's amazing. So thank you. On another note is membership. The second junior vice did do a briefing on membership as a whole of Department of Virginia. He, if you don't know, membership is going to increase from 300 to 325 in the new year. So he mentioned that. Also, department does and will have on their website of ideas how to do a membership drive. Also, possibly implementing calendars and ideas for the chapter to do future membership drive. And I bring it to you guys. If you guys have any ideas to do a membership drive, please bring it to us, to the executive officers, to discuss that. to Shane.
Oh, no, I have an
I was-
idea.
I was gonna say personally, to for any membership drives in the future. And what is your idea, Shane?
I know we didn't pull off the picnic last year like we did the previous year with the
Right.
other chapters, but we could do a cookout this summer
Yeah.
or even early spring and just invite those on the potential list.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear
Because
you.
there is a national headquarters department, membership department puts out a list of possible members or those who are eligible in your area. We could set up an event and just invite them,
Oh, that's nice. Nice.
right?
Yeah. And
Introduce ourselves, show them, what we do and stuff like that. So that there's an idea and something that we can try to do.
That's amazing. Yes, I like that idea. And the last thing, while I was there, we, the commander, put together a workshop for all the executive officers. And we were, for us as the adjutant and commander, we were placed in our own. So we were tasked and also had objective to create a new orientation for newcomer orientation, right?
For new members.
For new members. So we were there for 2 hours trying to discuss it. Then I realized in my binder that we had already something in place, which is our chapter brochure of what we've done. After 2 hours of bickering among us commanders and adjutants at the chapter level, I realized that we already had something in place and that we also do training, which we, Shane and I discussed in the future that we would like to pick that up. However, I showed this to the other commanders and they were oohing and eyeing and they loved the idea. And they also asked if we could possibly send it to them. However, this is a couple years old. So I put it out to the membership. If you are
We would need a new one.
new one. So if anybody's like tech savvy or creative, I challenge anyone.
I nominate Gary Salpini to create the award.
Didn't you and Jim Jr. put that
This
together?
is something Jim Jr. previously put together. And it's on good paper. They're good folding. But all of the information on here is outdated. So we do need a new one. These were, I think, designed maybe 8 years ago. So we do need some new ones. And I guess I can put something together, but to make sure that they're of good quality, we're gonna have to spend a little coin on
Yes.
stock and printing. So I can look into it and create something online. Previously, we used trying to think of the website that does business cards that you see on TV all the time.
Vistaprint.
Vistaprint.
Vistaprint. I believe that's how Jim had these done the last time. Is we did them right through Vistaprint.
I got a copy of both.
They'll do it for free.
Or a
Ah.
discount?
Not quite that cheap.
Oh, okay. Volunteer their time.
I would like to make a motion to spend no more than 250.
I would recommend that we increase that amount potentially, and here's why. We also don't have any new updated business cards with a QR code for our website either. We just have some cheap ones that I made. So we should have some nicer ones.
Okay.
So I would recommend that if we're going to make the brochures, we also create new business cards with the QR code that people can just scan and go right to our website.
And the brochure. Okay. Any discussion?
Bob, did you second that?
Okay, Bob second. Okay. Do you, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, awesome. Any opposes? So be it, not above $500 for the business cards and the brochure, the updated brochures. So thank you so much for that.
More unfinished business. I'm just gonna, the homeless veteran giving tree. As you know, we rolled that out on October 10th. We put tons of items in there. We released it in the newsletter. All you got to do is click the registry, click what you want to donate, the items, pay for it. My address at our headquarters is in there. It'll be shipped directly to me. We're going to try to wind this down because it's been open for over 10 days now. And we need to deliver the items on October 28th, which is a week from today. So we really are going to wind down any more contributions just so that we have everything received so we can take it to the medical center next Saturday. This is where we're at right now.
We did not approve money.
That's I didn't think so.
Decided to.
So this is what we've received to date from you, our members of Chapter 10 and others. We've already received 288 pairs of winter gloves, 172 winter caps, 528 pairs of men's thermal socks, 432 pairs of women's thermal socks, 200 thermal blankets, 1,200 toothbrushes. Yeah, 1,200 toothbrushes, I know. 300 tubes of toothpaste, 400 bottles of shampoo, 500 bottles of body wash, 400 bottles of lotion, 300 scarves / neck warmers that go around and kind of be pulled up over your face, 216 pairs of men underwear, 192 pairs of women's underwear, 20 winter coats for men, 20 winter coats for women, and the estimated value when I went through it, that's over $4,647 that we got in 10 days from our members. So that's all from you guys. So from Chapter 10, last year we made a donation of $500. I would like to entertain a motion that we make another donation to the Washington DC VA Medical Center Veteran Stand Down of $500 if anybody'd like to make the motion.
I would like to make a motion. That is, I'll donate the $500 to the Washington DC.
Thank you, Bob. Do we have any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So be it. $500 to the stand down.
You all right? You guys are twitching.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I think I took way too much of an energy drink this morning.
Uh,
It's like my brain is like, shh.
you and I, acknowledge.
Hi, John. Yes, please.
For families in need for the holidays.
Yes. Yes. So I'm working to look for a veteran family within the area. So I will be reaching out to the nonprofits to see if there's any veteran families in need. And once I do find a family, I'll bring it to the body to vote. But yes.
Yeah, it's very hard to get the county service officers and some of the nonprofits to give up veterans in need to us because they think it's a big privacy thing. But we always provide, as you know, gifts for the kids for the holidays and try to give them gift cards so they can have food. And last year we donated $750
Yes.
in gift cards to a disabled veteran, his spouse. They were a blended family, 9 kids.
Yeah, total of 9. Yeah, 7 children.
7 kids and them. And they just finally got an apartment, but they had no money outside of moving in. So we gave them $750 in gift cards to help provide for things for their home, for the kids and everything for the holidays. So we got that last minute. So we'll try to get that quicker. But again, it's up to how quickly everybody gives information to the commander here. Well, we don't know who to give it to if they're not identified.
Yeah.
So that's why we reach out to the county veteran service officers, because they keep track of all that. And that's why we've reached out to other nonprofits if they have veterans they know that are in need during the holidays. Because otherwise we just don't know. That's the hard part.
Sure.
Gary?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, service connected veterans at their finest. Right behind you, John asked if you volunteer at the USO
At Dulles
at Dulles.
And national,
and National
and national.
and at the Reagan.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I got that, but I didn't hear what John said because of my service connected hearing loss.
Oh gosh, telephone.
Theoretically, technically, no. Part of our constitution and bylaws doesn't allow us to give donations directly to another nonprofit. If they identify somebody, yes, but if that's what we would need is actual people and verify their need, their veteran status, that sort of thing, before we can provide assistance.
But if I can say something for just a minute, and this is opinion, personal opinion, this is not anything related to the DAV and USO. But USOs evidently they're spending too much, this is my opinion, they're spending too much money on administrative stuff and not enough money on supplies. So we're running lounges on a, I've lost the word I'm looking for.
Shoestring budget?
Well, yeah, and with rationing, you know, when you show up, you can only have one donut, not two. And frankly, as a volunteer, that's a little embarrassing, I think. So if you wanted to do something for the USOs, whether it's through us or otherwise, I'd go to Costco or something and buy lots of handout stuff, you know, like snacks, and deliver that, because that's not associated with a checkbook. In other words, they can't spend it. They got to
Gotcha.
put it in. They got to put it in some kid's face.
But again, we can't donate directly to the other nonprofit.
Yeah, and normally I go through the organization and I will talk to the social worker of that family. So I don't so through the social worker, you know, they've gone through the gamut of doing their process to verify that, you know, it is a veteran and what their needs. And so so we know who it is and it is verified that they're in need. So I normally go, you know, I go through the organization and then I get I touch bases with the social worker. Uh-huh. Yes, we do. And matter of fact, we have one in the audience, which is Mr. Raymond. He's our TSO at Fort Belvoir that works out of our office in Washington, DC. If you could please stand, Mr. Raymond. That's our TSO right there. So yes.
Is he asking?
They have to come from tax. That's required, which BSO will deal with. I kind of be the closest one.
All right. All right. So moving on to
The DAV Virtual 5K Update Chapter 10 has a team again this year. It's called Chapter 10 Walking Again. I cannot emphasize enough, people, walking. You're not going to see anybody on our 5K team running at all, unless we're being chased by something very large. So think of this as more of a mosey or even a 5K zombie shamble. That's about how quick we move. And again, it's just for building awareness and raising money. It'll be on Veterans Day this year. We're going to start at the American Veterans Disabled for Life Memorial at 8 a.m. We're going to walk all the way down the mall to the Lincoln Memorial, hit all of the war memorials and monuments on the way down. We'll stop and take pictures, do videos online in front of them, and turn around and come back. So if you want to be a member of the team, again, I'll put a link in the after action report. So far, we have 11 team members. Last meeting, we had 6, so that's good. We're up to 11. And we've raised $1,175. Our goal is $3,000, but we've raised $1,175. And as odd as this sounds, we are the 3rd top raising team in the country right now at $1,175.
Wow.
Now, number 2 is close to 7,000. And number 1 is close to 10. So they're ahead of us a bit.
What is the exact wordage that you use when you're asking for people to come in with 1175 increase? Could we ask other chapter members from this chapter to support us as well?
You can ask anybody you want to give you money. I don't care.
And it's just supporting our.
It all goes to the national DAV.
Okay.
You can ask anybody you want because this isn't our constitution and bylaws doesn't allow us to fundraise online, right? However, as a chapter, we're not allowed. However, this is a national fundraising event and all the donations go to the national organization. So there's no problem with it. If you're a member of the 5K, you can go in there and send pre-formatted messages to people. You can post them on Facebook, LinkedIn, the one that used to be called Twitter. I don't know what it's called now. X. That's just odd.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to walk and go to the event because it might be a little cold, that's okay too. We'll still let you raise money.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was a little shocked that we're 3rd in the nation. But hey, here's the upside. The DAV Department of Virginia, they have their own team. Yeah, we're smoking them. Yeah, we're smoking them. There it is. So we're beating them by like $600. So I'll take that. But yes, please, if you haven't made a donation yet, you want to make a donation, you can make it directly to the team. You can make it to any member of the team that you want to. And if you just want to sign up and become a member and help us fundraise, but not participate in the walk itself, you can do that as well.
Can you participate at a different location since you won't be here?
You can participate anywhere you want, hence virtual 5K. It's just we're doing it at one location. We've done it the last few years that way. And actually, it's kind of fun because we're right in DC on the mall with all the veterans monuments, memorials. And usually other people have events at the same time. And we'll go through their finish line and take pictures and videos. So it looks like our 5K is this big giant thing, but it's not.
We're kind of sad when we go.
We go through other people's finish lines. How do you do it? It's all online. And tomorrow, we're going to send out an after action report on today's meeting. I bet there'll be a link in there for you to click to do it.
Yep.
I might not be the sharpest knife in the chandelier, but I think you can count on that.
Okay, awesome. All right, information seminar. As of right now, we're still looking into the location for early next year. And it doesn't appear that I think any of the date. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right,
You
Gary.
got a date for it?
We did that last.
Yeah, sometime next year.
Give me a date and I'll talk to my newest downstairs friend.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say April, but April doesn't really. April is elections, May is installation, but that's probably the,
You want the big room, right?
yeah. You know what?
Give me a date and I'll talk to my newest friend downstairs.
Let's pick out July of next year.
All right, July.
Yeah, because that'll give us plenty of time because April is, at the April meeting, we have elections. At the May meeting, we have installation. The June meeting is right around the department convention in Virginia, which people may be at. And August is national convention. So
Yeah.
July is kind of in that sweet
Yeah.
spot, and that gives us plenty of time to plan.
Okay.
Well,
So
I would
July
recommend
20th?
Give me like 2 or 3 dates, like.
Okay,
You
And
get
July-
one day, that's it, Gary.
No, you know, for instance, one, if that don't work, 2,
Yeah, as a backup date. Okay.
you know,
All right.
like the spare tire in the car.
Yeah. Will do.
I'll take a look at what dates we have. Actually, hold on. I might be able to tell you something.
And I'll go down there and rub all my overwhelming charm on them.
Sounds
Well,
like
you
a
might
game
be
plan.
careful how you word those things, Gary, but you'll be all right.
I'll probably get thrown out of the building.
All right, awesome. For
Mm.
July.
Well, let me do this while I'm thinking about it.
It'll be a perfect project for the new commander.
That's why I'm doing it now. See, look at that. She's already got this pawned off on the next commander.
If I remember, my lady friends knew,
No problem.
they
Andy.
started signing it, stuff on December the 14th.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Gary. Let me,
So my point is, if we get it in at the front end of when. they-
Oh, yeah. We'll get first dibs for the dates. I get you.
well, our meeting date is for
July
July of next year is July 20th. So I would say let's try July, what's the one before that then? The 13th. Let's try July 13th, July 20th, and July 27th.
27th, yeah.
Yeah, I did that math real quick in my head. That's what Marines do.
Okay, so just send you an email with those dates.
The 13th, the
The
20th,
20th and the
33rd.
Wait.
Yes.
27th.
It's the 5th Saturday of the month.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I'll send you an email. We'll send you an email.
How about the 6th Sunday?
That works better.
Yeah.
We're giving at the House of the Crown.
Uh-oh.
I'm in.
If you lose your place.
All right, so rolling into next year, 2024 meeting dates.
And I believe, Gary, you talked to them and they said we need to resubmit them after the first of the year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
They started signing rooms on December 14th.
okay,
So we'll hopefully start getting a response there to,
okay.
the third week of December.
So we don't need to resubmit.
No, it's in.
Okay, good to go. So that's accomplished.
And just a little sidebar comment, the lady I met wasn't riding a broomstick, so.
Not yet.
Like the
that you know
previous
of.
one.
Yeah,
All right.
all right, awesome.
Thank you for all your charm in dealing with the Fairfax County Government Center, Gary.
Thank you, we appreciate it. All right, new business.
There's volunteer opportunities. As we've talked about, the homeless veterans stand down at the Washington DC VA Medical Center. That will be on November 4th. If you are interested in going to the medical center and being a volunteer that day, I will have a link to how to do that in the after action report. Now, Chapter 10 used to don't volunteer there quite often. A lot of us members did. We stopped, not because it's not worthwhile. It's because the 3 times I was there, it was so overwhelming with people, not homeless veterans, volunteers,
Volunteers, yeah.
standing around, standing in hallways, people fighting over an opportunity to do something. because they bring in schools and kids groups and church groups and everybody. So it's really hard because we got somebody tried to muscle in on our action. We donated $4,000 one year to pay for the breakfast for the whole stand down, and they said that we could serve breakfast. There was a group of volunteers that said they were the ones serving breakfast, and they don't care that we donated the money. I mean, people get silly stupid at those things. So what I'm saying is, thank you for your donations for the stand down. That's how we're trying to do it now. But if you want to volunteer, we'll put the link on there. Just be prepared for a very crazy day.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And we're not announcing that, B, because we need help on October 28th.
To deliver it.
And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So we don't want you guys volunteering for the VA on the 28th. We want you volunteering for us.
Yes, very true.
And we'll get to that in a minute, but thank you very much, B. The next new thing, there's a brand new program DAV just launched called DAV Caregiver Support. It provides tailored support and resources to friends, families, members, and loved ones who provide care to those we serve. Through DAV Care Support, caregivers can access online resources and risk screening to better understand their role as a caregiver, digital tools to support their caregiving responsibilities, and personalized care plans and one-on-one support from a trained caregiver specialist with experience supporting veterans and their loved ones. So this is a brand new big giant program DAV is putting out. It's a DAV's Caregiver Support. It is powered by T-Care, a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. And the program allows veterans and their families to access tailored caregiver support. And before anybody asks, in the After Action newsletter, we will include a link for you to get more information. Huh? Like we know what we're doing up here.
I'm glad I followed that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
That contains all the new business, Comrade Commander.
Awesome. Do we have any of the good of the order? Nope.
I do. So thanks for asking. The commander's check-in and chat is going to be, the next one is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. For those of you who aren't familiar, we host an online meeting every other Sunday night at 7 p.m. We don't talk about claims, benefits, government, politics, none of that. It's an hour-long bullshit session. And it's designed for camaraderie for a lot of our members who aren't able to get out. It's a social hour. If you want to bring a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey with you and sit there and talk to us, that's fine. The only thing I ask is if you're going to eat, do it before, because if I've got to watch you eat, it's just going to make me angry because I'll want whatever it is that you're eating. Unless it's rhubarb. I don't like rhubarb, so we're okay there. Oh, rhubarb is good.
You didn't have enough sugar in it. You don't like rhubarb.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
rhubarb. The next one's going to be next Sunday night. Which is the next Sunday night. Did I pull that out of the fire? No. Tomorrow. How's that? Is that better? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the newsletter, there'll be a link for you to join, or we may send out a reminder tomorrow morning. And we have a different topic each meeting. Last time we talked about, what was it? Horror movies? Yeah, for Halloween, we talked about horror movies. We talked about hayrack rides. We talked about your favorite costume as a kid when you went trick-or-treating. Exciting stuff, Jeff. I think tomorrow night, just so everybody's ready, we're going to talk about your favorite candy to get while you're trick-or-treating, or your favorite candy to hand out. Don't do like my wife. She'll buy 600 pieces of candy she hates, and that's what she gives to kids and keeps everything else.
Them damn dots.
I love dots. You don't like dots?
No, dots is really good.
Oh, yeah,
I don't like
Yeah. I always thought it was a sham when you were a kid and somebody gave you a tube of toothpaste. What the hell was that?
Now that I'm older, I appreciate those two too.
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
So the next commander's check-in chat will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Yep.
And volunteer with us. The last cleaning for 2023 for the American Veterans Disabled for Life Memorial will be Saturday, October 28th at 7:30 a.m. That's our last cleaning of the year. It'll be a little cool out, so make sure you're dressed warm. And after the cleaning, for those who volunteer and show up, we are going to meet at DAV's now old national headquarters. We just moved into our new building Friday. So we'll, after the cleaning, we'll go right to 807 Main Avenue. I can get parking for everybody in the garage. And we're going to have a light breakfast while you help the commander and I organize all of the donations for the homeless veterans stand down. Yeah? And we may need some assistance because seriously, the volume of what we got this year is amazing. I don't think it's all going to fit in my car and her car. So if anybody else is able to show up with a larger vehicle for the cleaning and then help us sort through everything and take everything directly over to the medical center, that would be awesome. That'd keep us from doing more than one trip.
Yes.
Oh, no.
No,
All we're
just loading
doing
it
is
into the-
going through the boxes to verify that what is in there, and then we're moving on to the next box. Just that way we can verify what was ordered and what we received. That's all we're doing. We're leaving everything in the boxes and taking them over to the medical center and just go here.
Yes.
Because it would be more room in the car if you took everything out of the boxes. But I don't want to hand 500 separate pairs of socks to the medical center. That's just kind of rude.
Where did you unload at the medical center?
Wherever they tell us. Last year we went back to the loading docks.
But it's going to be chaos because everybody's going to be dropping off their donations versus last year we were scheduled at a date and time. But this year everybody's going to be able to drop it off. So it's going to be a little bit more chaotic.
As long as there's a line to get in.
Yeah.
So the more people we have helping us, the earlier they are helping us, the easier
Easier
it'll be. Yeah.
Yep. There we
You
go.
can get in the line and
Yeah.
Right.
Push it
And
along.
while you're in line, Gary will walk around and tell you jokes.
Yes.
or poke you with a stick, whichever one
Yeah.
it feels like.
That is true. All right. Closing ceremony. So I motion to adjourn, but before I declare you and this whole body adjourn, it's fitting and proper that we render a honor to our flag. So if we could please stand. Hand salute. Ready to? All right, thank you. I now declare this meeting of Chapter 10, Disabled American Veteran. Oh, yes, we could do a closing prayer too. Sorry. Is Reverend Hoffman online?
Yes, he is.
Could you please, Reverend Hoffman, could you please do a closing prayer for us?
Certainly.
Thank you.
May the God of peace, which passes all understanding, keep our hearts and our minds in the knowledge and in the love of God. Now unto the eternal and all-wise creator of the universe, the preserver of our nation, be all the honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Officially, this meeting is adjourned, Chapter 10, and our next meeting will be November 17th?
Hold on. There it is.
Oh, November 18th, here at 10 a.m. And this will be our last meeting for 2023. So hopefully I get to see you guys again here. All right, awesome.
Good.
We're good.
I think she's saying, thanks, now leave. If you signed up to see a service officer on the list, give us a few minutes and we'll be with you. And everybody online, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great seeing you, King, David, Matt, and John. Have a great Saturday.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks, Commander and Adjutant.
Thank you, Matt.
About 5 minutes.